We're such twins. I have the same structure.
Yeah. And there's friendships for different reasons and seasons, by the way. So that's
Twinsies.
well.
Guys,
Okay, I missed that part.
this is exactly what I've been saying from the beginning. You can skip to yours one because I said it.
Yeah, I'll say, just get the child, achague the favorite.
Next dilemma. I have these two guy friends, one from high school back in Kisii, the other one is just a friend I met in Nairobi.
Sandra, just something when I come to people. Just something when I come to people.
Hello, my beautiful friends. I trust you are well. Welcome to another episode of
Asking for a friend.
Brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Before we start, we'd like to give a big thank you to our partners at Your Host BNB for providing us with this amazing location to shoot. Should you be interested in booking your staycation, feel free to check out the description box down below. Now, Asking for a Friend is a very fun and engaging segment where we appeal to you guys, our audience, to send us your dilemmas, and I, in turn with my guests, will be giving our 2 cents and our advice. Speaking of guests, joining us today on my right we have...
I'm Tonio Kibbs, radio presenter, Homeboys Radio, podcaster at the Sandwich Podcast, content creator, comedian, and also a storyteller. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm Tony Ngige. I'm an artist and Tony Ngige.
Wow, a brand. I'm Wadi Munganga, a communication specialist and a digital artist.
And to my left we have...
Hi, I'm Sandra Nziaki. I'm a content creator and a digital marketer. Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Trevor Oisebe. I am a lifestyle content creator, a hostage of good times, and also a victim of capitalism.
Okay guys, are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's start. Dilemma number 1. The past few years, I have kept losing friends. The reasons why aren't clear. Maybe it's all in my head, maybe we're all busy adulting, or maybe I'm the problem. Making new friends or rekindling past relationships makes me very anxious. How do you deal with social anxiety and the feeling of loneliness? Who wants to take this one? Ala?
I'll take that.
Okay.
Let me break the silence.
Yes.
So I'll take it. First things first, most importantly, I think give yourself grace. We're all growing up. Growing up is a task and a half. It's taxing in many ways. And in the process, your relationships are compromised. Right from familial relationships to romantic relationships, even friendships, which is the case in point. And for me, I really, when I say give yourself grace, I mean allow yourself to notice that you don't have as much time as you previously had because you're really trying to figure this out. You're probably, I would like to believe, and I'm making this assumption, you're in your early 20s trying to figure it out. So you don't have as much time because you're figuring out life, right? But in the same breath, I'll also say be very intentional. It's as easy as sitting down and writing, hey, this and these people, I would love to rekindle my relationship with them, or rather my friendship with them, and this is how I'm going to do it. It's as simple as sitting down and writing. That could be an option, and then now following through with intentionality. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. But yeah, I feel you. It's always that situation of, hey, when are you free? Let's meet up. By the time you actually set that date, friends.
Calendars.
Yeah.
I'm quite concerned. You said that you're losing friends, right? Like,
are you the problem?
Are you the problem?
Are you the villain?
You also have to. You
Guys,
need to call
let's make
yourself
this
for a
as
meeting to be quite honest.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
if these friends that you're losing have a common problem with you, you need to fix that.
Yeah.
You need to fix that.
Oh
very
my
first.
God. Okay.
You need to fix that. Because let me tell you, not everyone can hate you. You can't tell me that all your friends are the problem.
Yeah.
And they're all moving away from you. So you also need to understand like what's the problem with this individual friendships, and then see if there's a common denominator. How can you be able to address it. If it's a character thing, how can you see how to better yourself? And it's not a bad thing, by the way. I mean, we all have our faults, and it's fine. Yeah. So that's what I think. Like, first find out if you are the problem, because you might be.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be a problem sometimes.
I don't know why I'm finding that
You just need to be
hard.
aware of them, and then now decide whether you want to make better decisions moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trevor, you were saying?
I don't know why I'm finding that hard to find. I'm just like, if I was on the receiving end, friends.
I think maybe what Sandra is, saying is that she should, or he or she should at least practice some self-introspection before at least looking outside.
Yeah. Before
true.
condemning your friend, like, oh, they're all living in me,
Yeah.
Yeah, first.
Powerful point.
And before you even go to the next one, okay, maybe God is trying to tell you something. Right? Sometimes unafaa tu kuangalia useme, you know what? Maybe unafaa to go hard in life, Like, you don't. Do you really need friends?
Yes.
You do. You need a community.
No, but your siblings, if
Extended
you have
those are
not
some,
your
if you,
friends.
your parents.
You need
You
friends.
need friends.
Do you have friends?
For a different perspective.
No, maybe
do
you
you
can
have
postpone that part. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like we go hard kwa life yako, find friends later. Like inaweza come naturally. You don't have to be that guy who's trying to look for friends.
You don't feel like friends add flavor to life?
They
Yeah.
They do
In many ways.
But that's because me niko na friends. But I don't know about her. But at some point, I also just want to be alone and do my thing.
Okay.
Nataka tu kukaa peke yangu, ni go hard on my work and everything. And ni work too, like sometimes, like maybe our friends do the real distraction. Go hard kwa life. If you're okay, tafuta mabeshte. But maybe kuna kitu unafanya yenye haihitaji friends at that time. That's just my opinion,
That's interesting.
Maybe unafaa tu kufanya kazi yako.
Salt Bay.
Me, I would say that you going hard in life can also coexist with
Yeah.
friendships.
Yeah.
You don't have to turn off the friendship lights to go hard in life. Life is all about balance.
You're gonna be like, all right, I'll do it alone. And now fine. Okay.
Okay. Anybody else wants to add something?
Let me add. I feel like even me at some point I've been in a spot where like I lost many of my relationships, and not like lose them, because there's a difference between like growing out of each other's lives and losing. You just know this one. I should have done better,
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to be accountable even with yourself and realize, okay, it was my fault, or even if it was both our faults, how do we do this? Because I feel like, especially for adult friendships, it has to come with intentionality.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, why did we lose our friendship in the first place, so that even when we rekindle our friendship, it doesn't go down the line and happen again. So you have to be honest with yourself, and honest if, do I want to continue with this? If you don't, I mean, it's also well and good, but then if you do, you have to put the work in. Because it also wouldn't be fair to the other party for them to be, because a friendship also takes like something from you, some energy, some vulnerability. It wouldn't be fair for you to come back and out the same, even them, they're getting tired.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
So just a follow-up as we continue. Have you experienced loneliness within your friendships?
Hey, wow.
Do you think there's a difference? There must be a difference between feeling lonely and feeling alone.
Yeah.
Or are they just one and the same?
No, I don't think
No, they're
that's
not the
it.
same.
So have we
Alone,
experienced...
I feel like alone is the environment. Like, can be in the house alone.
Yeah.
But loneliness is deep within your soul.
Yeah.
Like, I can be here with you guys, but I still
You're
feel
still
lonely.
lonely.
Like, you sort of have lost that connection. Yeah, that's what. And I have felt like that with some friendships. And sometimes that's just when you throw the towel in and you're like, it's not giving what it's meant to be giving. And it's not a bad thing. And I feel like those are the moments when you grow out of a friendship. Probably because you're in different stages of life.
Yeah.
Maybe your values and principles do not align
Anymore.
anymore. And you don't have that, you've just lacked that spark. Because even friendships have spark.
Yeah.
Those friends that you look forward to seeing over the weekend. Those friends who, sometimes you really look at the people who you're going on dates with and you see, I've gone on dates with you so many times, but then there's this one who you're even struggling to plan it.
Yeah.
Because you're even scared of when it gets like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Let's go for a movie though. You know, those kind of friendships. So I think that's the loneliness aspect in a friendship.
The loneliness, maybe I could say in something like a relationship, like in love, not friendship. Because friendship, personally, for me, hii ni yangu tu. Personally, I'm such an extroverted guy. Yenye, literally, even if my friends today just say they don't want to talk to me, they're cutting me off. Mi naweza toka kwa nyumba nichukue Uber, niende hata Athi River. We just talk with the Uber guy. Nirudi, nishuke, I call another one, I go back. Like literally, what I'm trying to say is I can talk to anyone at any time. Whoever, bora uko vibes, I can talk to you. So like, in as much as at home utarudi ukae peke yako, nishawaambia guys, head in the game. You don't really need guys around you. That's just me though.
Damn, your friends watching this.
Yeah.
No,
No,
they love me. They love me for that. Because I'll be like, sawa, I'm with you guys, but mjue tu. If you ever cut me off, I'm not gonna die. I'll be okay.
That means you're also, it could say that you're also just comfortable in your own skin. For me, I'd also add one more thing. I think one thing that my mom also really reminded me of growing up is that you should be able to count your friends on one hand, right?
Okay.
And I think that's also something that plays a big part in how we perceive this whole concept of I'm losing friendships or I'm lonely, is because a lot of people think that having friendship is having many people. So it's quantity rather than quality. And for me, that goes back to now what my mom always told me, you always count your friends on one hand, and that just says quality, because if you have 5 friends who will ride or die for you, that matters more than having, 10 million friends who are never going to be there for you in the different ways that you need to be attended to, or in the different ways that you need friendship to be shown to you.
Okay.
May I ask a question? Do you find it more difficult to make friendships in your adult stage of life?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is the reason? What do you think?
For me, speaking from, again, that's why I'll be like, ini yangu. Yeah. With friendships, I think for me, it comes with familiarity. Like, quote unquote kuzoeana. So getting out of that comfort zone and having to start afresh with a whole new person, it's not that I'm closed off to it, but you wouldn't find me out of my way going to like look for them. So for me, I know it's a struggle with familiarity.
For me, it's time. No, time.
I'm a busy woman.
I'm a busy woman, honey. I'm booked and busy. Okay, I'm busy. But like, I want to be intentional, you get? And I don't want to pour half energy into something. If I'm gonna give it, let me give it my all. And if I don't have the time to, let me just pause on it or take it slowly. Like, it doesn't mean that I don't want to make friends, like no new friends. No, I'm open and willing, but then I'm just not going to block my whole day for someone so that we can bond.
Yeah.
No. It'll just take, right now it'll take longer to build a friendship. Yeah.
I don't believe in making new friends, especially at this age. Like, the guys that are becoming my friends right now, most of them are acquaintances.
Okay.
Like, the thing is, let me tell you how I did mine. Mimi nilisha define circle yangu, a small circle, kitambo. Like, I know the ride or dies for me. I know them for sure. And now, anyone else who comes, it's either you're closer to that circle or like farthest to that circle, but inside a certain circle. Okay. Like, niko na 2 circles. The guys who are inside the concrete one, and then there's another one. If you fall off, I don't care. Ukibaki ni sawa. I can always call you if I need something. Yes, if I need something, I said it. Because, come on, like, if you're not my close friend, then why are we friends then? I have guys who I can call if I feel bad. I have guys who I can call and there are guys who are just around me in my life because we are exchanging something, either good vibes or you kind of are a connection to something I need, and in return I'm also offering you something. That's how I see it.
We're such twins. I have the same structure.
And these friendships are different reasons and seasons. By the way. So
Twinsies.
Okay, next dilemma. My best friend of 4 years cut me off because I didn't feel comfortable going for her birthday vacation. This is because the company she kept did me so dirty, of which she knew the whole story, but chose to remain neutral. Which was okay until I offered that when they come back, we could do something, just the two of us. But girl, I woke up blocked and removed from the group chat. I've heard rumors about how bad I am, which is shocking. And after her birthday month ended is when she came back and wanted to talk. The thing is, I've moved on. Since then, I've done things I enjoy, got in my bag, finished school, and I'm so busy, I can't help but feel she prevented me from all this. My other friends tell me that I made a right choice not going back and found my own closure. But I can't help but feel bad for all the years invested. Should I give her the avenue to talk, or time will tell?
First things first, my question is, when you are not attending this trip, did you clearly communicate the reason as to why you are not attending? Because then that should be able to explain the consequent actions. Because you see, life is truly, and I think it's clearly the recurring theme is friendship. But yeah, with friendships, the most important thing, and for me, that's the most important value always, is communication. How clear are you with your communication, and how do you ensure that both parties are represented in that communication? So if you didn't communicate that the reason as to why you are not attending is because of said X, Y, and X and Y, and then also just come up with a solution in that moment before this whole, trip, then I feel like, there might be a problem on your part, maybe.
Interesting.
Not to point fingers, but just to analyze the problem in a very objective way.
She has stated that that her friends, the company she was keeping did her very dirty, and her friend knew about it,
but chose to remain neutral.
I missed that part.
Yeah, you don't need to go back to that friend.
Guys,
Okay, I missed that part.
This is exactly what I've been saying from the beginning. Just keep to yours, because I said it. Number one thing, no is an answer. You could be planning for a trip and I tell you like, sijiski, start it. And it's okay, take it. Guys, you see, she clearly achieved dreams zake zote in life.
She got her bag, school.
I told you maybe God is trying to communicate. You don't need friends like that, bro.
No, not like
that. Go work hard. Friends will come along. What if when you're working, you find someone who you are in the same mindset, you become friends for life. You know what I'm saying? There are guys who become friends because they were acting in the same movie, like an interactive role. Unapata wamekuwa friends forever, like friends for life. They even grown all together, and they're the best duos. So guys, once again, work hard. Stay alone, do your thing. Friends just come. I don't believe in trying to befriend someone. It's not.
In high school, how the principal used to tell you, ulikuja hapa peke yako.
That's the same thing.
Okay. So my question is, why did she wait until the end of the birthday month to reach out? And now it's like, now let's have this conversation, which leads me back to the question, she should give her the avenue to talk, or as she says, we just wait and see.
Let me take that one. Me, my first instinct is to say, good riddance.
At the window.
And I don't know, because only the two of them know the context of the drama of whatever is going on. So we don't know if the one saying if she communicated, as Trevor is saying, and this other one, if she communicated that she's not comfortable, because if you're best friends for 4 years, it means you not being comfortable, and as she's saying her friends did her dirty, it means already the best friend knows. And for them to go ahead to the birthday, and after going ahead to the birthday is no problem, as I've communicated I'm not comfortable, but you bringing the drama of now blocking me and then waiting until the end of your birthday, it means you're waiting until you don't have the influence of your other friends.
Yeah, coast is clear.
When the coast is clear now, at guys, now I'm back, because I feel like there's some sort of maybe uncommunicated issues between them, or some toxicity for even now her friends to be like, it's good you left. Hey, there must be something. but good
Something in
riddance.
the waters.
Yeah.
I'd also like to add, you know, you can't keep going to the same places you got hurt to look for healing. It's not going to work. And if she decided to block you, she has shown you her true character. Move with that energy, please. There's no time. And also, her coming back to try to talk to you, she didn't deserve access to you. Honestly, she already showed you by blocking you, she didn't want to have access to you.
Yeah.
Please, let's
Once
move with the
bitten,
program.
twice shy.
Yes,
right?
thank you.
And it's sad because she had said that she said she'd take her out separately or something like that. Like she gave a solution.
Yeah.
She wasn't saying that I'm not going to celebrate your birthday. Yeah. So I feel for you, girl.
Yeah.
Nilishawaambia. Just go on, because I said it from the beginning.
Okay. Next dilemma. I really want to get into content creation, but I'm afraid to be criticized for doing something similar with other content creators.
Can I take this one?
Yes.
There's nothing new under the sun,
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
to be honest. And I think if you look at the content creation space, there are people who do similar things, but then it's how you keep it true to yourself and how you let your personality shine through that will now keep it as authentic as possible. Go for it. Critics, let me tell you, not everyone will hate you, not everyone will love you. Don't go into a space waiting for people to love you, because you will be disappointed, honey. Yeah, just go be yourself. Those who rock with you, they'll rock with you. Those who don't rock with you, don't rock with you.
Yeah.
And if it's meant to be, you'll just see things falling into place. Yeah.
Okay. Who else wants some? Oh, that was like
I'll also
quicken.
say, when it comes to content creation, you know, even if you do the same things other people do, or even if you do your own thing, they'll still criticize you, whether or not you're original or not. But then you also have to think, why am I going into content creation now? Is it because I want to copy these people? Because if you don't have your own thing, hey, just stay outside. Usikuje.
Next dilemma. I have these two guy friends, one from high school back in Kisii, the other one is just a friend I met in Nairobi.
Sandra, just something my county people. Just something against my county people.
Okay.
Pardon my manners.
The problem
Let's
is
behave.
both of these guys are claiming a particular baby as theirs and are wholeheartedly performing their daddy duties. Alternatively, the girlfriend in discussion is mostly either in Kisii or in Nairobi. I feel like breaking this news will shatter their hearts and probably make me seem like the bad guy. What should I do? You want to talk for your people?
Trevor. It's just hard to be in Kisii, man.
Okay.
So one is
Miss
from Kisii
Jaleo.
and one is from where?
In Nairobi.
And they are both claiming her kid is
Is
theirs.
theirs, yes. And they are wholeheartedly performing their daddy duties.
Wow.
So she's trying to figure out
So
whether
she,
she should tell one.
who she should break the heart.
She should tell both. It's like both of
Oh,
them
yeah,
don't
sure,
know
yeah,
they're in the
immediately,
play.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
First
Don't hate
things
the play.
first.
Oh,
First things first. I know you guys also think what I'm thinking. Must be the Kisii guy.
excuse me, sorry.
Trevor, check it first. Check it.
On behalf of my county people, hello.
So you were speaking on behalf of your country
no, I
people.
was letting you finish.
Oh, you're letting me finish.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it
Must be the Kisii guy. Okay.
Yeah, at least
And
one of
if
the
it's
guys
not-
finished.
But it's only the woman. It's only the woman who knows the truth. Yeah. Then, so thing is, I feel like she'd rather tell them right now before the kid gets older. You know, it's more heartbreaking if I took care of this kid as mine. We even formed a relationship for only for you to come and tell me that's him to wangu.
Yeah.
You know, like as a man, utafeel vibaya. Yeah, okay, najua mtanielewa, but that is personally.
Yeah.
Personally, as a man, nitafeel vibaya.
Okay.
I'd rather like just leave early enough, and I'll be like, wow, okay. Nikipata na mtoto wako mahali, I'll tip him or something. You know, like to be like, yo, bro, I saw you when you were young, nini, so nini, shika kao kula lunch. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But we formed a relationship.
Yeah.
Tumebond.
Yeah.
And I've become a better father than my own. Oh my God.
Ooh, trouble.
Babe.
No.
Yeah.
Heri tu mapema. Fanya mapema.
Okay, all right. For me, my first instinct was to say, as you don't hate the player, hate the
Hate the
game.
game.
But let's be realistic here. Even just beyond the fathers, or whoever the father is, what about the child? Are you going to introduce the child to two fathers? Or when the child has grown up, you're going to decide which one to introduce to? I feel like just for the sake of the child, I think it's very important to also just make the right decision. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. This is so sensitive to me, I don't think I can even joke around with it. So my 2 cents is just for the sake of the child, make the right decision.
Yeah, I'll say, just get the child, achague the favorite,
Nataka daddy
and then
gani
the
hapa?
other one. But no, on a serious note, obviously, I don't think as a father you can like just step up without like. I think the mom has already told you like this is your son, man, or daughter. Wamesema son ama child.
Child. They think they're just
But
a child.
the mom obviously is the one I think who is in the wrong in the first place for even letting another guy be
Perform
invested
such duties.
as a father to this child, knowing very well that because it's not fair to the father, it's not fair, the man, it's not fair to the child as well. So just do the right thing mapema tu, because at some point itajulikana, itatoboka. So iruseme tu mapema, wanze kufanya damage control.
So do you think it is in this person's place to be the one to spill the beans?
No, why you might
Yes, because that's what I find very interesting.
You are here's the circle. You are here. They are here. Why are you here?
Oh,
But
I don't think it's your place.
You guys, we have answered. We were supposed to be answering question A. We've answered question B.
But one thing is, if these guys want to clear this thing, one thing I believe is, Kisi guys have very dominant features. I'm sure this kid
Tell us about
looks
this
exactly like the dad. Trust me, I've seen someone who looks at a kid and they're like, uni mtoto wako. Na anakataa and wanafanana. Like, uko like, bro, huu ni mtoto wako. You know, like most times guys know their kids. Unaweza angalia mtu hivi useme utakataa tu just because come on, utaki ku put a kid in some kind of, maybe uko ready. But you'll definitely know your kid. That's from experience, what I've seen. Bro, nimeona watu wakisema wa si wangu na everyone in the family is like
Ni wako.
come on dog. What's serious? What is serious? Yeah.
Okay, so I think our conclusion is maybe best to stick out of it, because you telling them either way, you're not even in the situation to begin with.
And what are your intentions?
Yeah,
You
of
don't know your
telling them.
intentions. Are they pure? Or is this malicious because you also want one nigga? You know?
Yeah, she wants one of the
Let me
dead.
finish it with a powerful quote.
Yeah. Drum roll.
So the best way to mind your business is knowing your business.
Ooh.
So in that very powerful
Yangu ni machache.
yangu machache hayo, you know what to do.
Signing out.
Yeah.
Okay, next dilemma. Hi, my dilemma is I've been talking to this guy for a few months. He is 30, I'm 25. He wants to date and has seemed very serious about it, but there has been something off. I just couldn't place it until now. Over the Easter holiday, I decided to just stay home and relax, and he had mentioned he might come. We go somewhere for the few days because we barely see each other because we work in different towns. Now plans changed and he decided to go visit his dad back home, and he called me the morning he was headed there, but that was the last I heard of him for the 2 days. I found it weird considering he calls me up to 4 times a day without fail. Like first person you talk to and last person before you sleep, all that. So I decided to call him only to realize I've been blocked after trying him a few times. I'm sure because I tried with a number he didn't have and it was going through. He called me back though on Monday morning on his way back and gave me a story of how the network was bad. Number one, I have many theories. What if he's married? Because why would you block me? I haven't confronted him yet, and I honestly don't know how to go about it because he's obviously going to lie. Would I be wrong if I just walk away? We are not dating yet. I feel like I should be running even.
The sisters are going through it. The girlies are going through it.
Down bad.
Trust
City
your
girls.
gut. It never lies.
Yeah.
Trust your gut. Secondly, it could be anything, and the person wanted to tell you, they would imagine. So I don't think you should be doing guessing games at this point. You have a mouth, use it. God gave you a voice, talk. If they're not talking, what are you waiting around for? And there's no promises, no. And then the fact that they said no network, and then another call entered. You are playing me in a yard. I'm not a joke. Yeah, I'm telling you for a joke. I'm not an idiot. So no. Imagine, just keep walking. That's what Johnny Walker said. Keep walking.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we are.
Yeah, just tell him he can have her.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Mike, is it good?
Kweli yangu ni machache. Wow. He said just tell him you can have her.
Yeah.
I don't even think I have anything to say after that.
Yeah. But they're not even dating to begin with in the beginning. So just kanyaga kubwa.
Yeah, like if she's not dating this guy, you know, this guy probably has a family somewhere else.
Yeah, she said that's one of her theories.
So, sister in Christ, just find, like, talk. Like, the thing is, unaona vile I'm just set any boundaries. In fact, that's the best time. That's the best time to walk away because you guys have not defined anything that you guys are doing. I don't know what you guys are doing, but you've not defined it. So, I think I walk out too because Pia. It's not the man's fault. Let me be the guy defending him. Watu wamembasha hapa. Wamemkemea. Si fault yake. Maybe I'm fall in love na wewe for real. You know. Then he's about to tell you maybe after this Easter. Just after this Easter. Alikuwa rudi hapa.
2 days. 2 days.
I have children and a wife.
I have 5 children and a wife.
But
I'm guessing he's kissing.
And I want you to be my second
that's
wife.
all marriage.
Yeah, I mean, like I went for small meetings. Relation ndogo. Small meeting. Yeah, so
I think one, girl, you already know.
She already knows.
But I feel you, girl. It's not easy. Working out is not easy. Those are the ones that you want to stay in and, thrive in the toxicity.
Are you speaking as a Pisces though?
I'm a Pisces, don't listen to me.
okay.
But yeah, you need to live.
All right. Next dilemma. This one is a long one. So I have been in a relationship with this guy from my college life. We are in our 5th year, but I feel like the relationship isn't working for me because it's not practical. He moved back home and has a small business, and I visit him once every month. Recently, I found out he was cheating again, and back in 2021, he cheated on me with my friend, but I forgave him. He never keeps his promises, and when I ask him why, he says he has doubts and that he first wants to be financially stable. He controls me, at least that's how I feel, because 2 weeks ago, I found out that he had logged into my Instagram account and was tracking my DMs. I want to leave him, but I can't because I've also cheated on him multiple times behind his back and he has never caught me. I want to stay with him until my ex comes back in 2024. Oh, and keep in mind, he insults me a lot nowadays. What should I do?
This plot thickens after this. What?
So who wants to take this one?
I want to take it.
The hostage of good times wants to address the nation.
Hi.
Aya, sawa. Sawa. So the game is the game. The moment he cheated on her, I'm sure, I don't know who started cheating, but as you can see, these guys are doing this thing like, what tu wanna take
Tit for
time
tat.
now. Yeah. So whatever they're doing is, kila mse akona a plan and like an exit plan.
Yeah.
So my only advice is keep on doing your thing. Keep on doing your thing until ile siku italipuka. Because as far as as story amesema, like inakaa nikaa hawajamiani. It's like to them it's not something big. Unajua sisi tunaona it's like why, especially watu loyal ka sisi. It's like wow. Cheating and you forgive it. So like hata mimi nimeshtuka like that story has nimesikia vibaya. So bro, just keep on doing it. Keep on doing your thing. Pagane sigoje. One of you will decide hii imezidi na because
enough is enough.
Yeah.
But then come the ex in 2024.
Yeah, she has, that's her exit plan.
Yeah.
Anajua huku ishachomeka yote. Like I don't want it, in fact. I'm just here because maybe she's afraid of being lonely. So
no, or maybe the money is great.
Yeah, it could be so. Yeah, it could be many things.
Doing the
or maybe the
money
dungi natembezwa. It's crazy.
But you see, even when you're in a job that you hate and you're looking for a new job, you don't quit until you get the new job. You go interviewing. You go interviewing and then you don't tell them. You go interviewing. Ukishapata hivi, notice.
Yeah.
2 weeks I'm out.
Yeah.
You see, like that.
You don't go and buy shoes when you're barefoot.
Yeah.
Unavanga viatu kienda kununua new pair of shoes. So that's what Tony was saying.
Don't hate the game. Okay. I like this guy, but he's a firstborn in a family of 5 and the responsibilities are mostly his at home. His income isn't the best. I'm just confused because I'm also not stable financially as it is. If in a relationship, could it possibly work? P.S. My love language revolves around gifts and money.
Hey, money is a love language, love it.
Dollars. So $30.
Dollars. I only speak in dollars and pounds.
Period.
I'll take this one, yeah. Girl, first of all, money is not a love language. So.
It's not in this economy. It's not a love language.
No. It's just like I invent, but it's not a love language. And then, secondly, he can still be able to feed your love language within his capacity. However, you also need to, if you already know the responsibilities that have been bestowed upon him, yeah? You need to understand, because this is his situation. If you choose to go into it, go pia wewe baba yo msalaba. And if you know you're not ready for that kind of situation, just walk out, let him deal with his family, you know. Because at the end of it all, you can't fight for priority. It's his family that has to come first. And you have to love a man who puts his family first.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So you also need to know that that's where he's at, and if you can't respect that, just leave.
But even it's funny because she says even her she's not financially stable as it is.
So what are you bringing to the table? You literally.
I'd also like to add, I think if she sees that she'll not be in a position or have the capacity to meet him where he's at, it's also okay to okay, because now will you be fighting because his money has different priorities, he's not buying you the gifts that you want, and then also you can't be able to buy them for yourself. It's a big conflict. So if you see you can't be able to cope with that, imagine it's okay to leave. Yeah.
Plus, as she says, her love language is gifts and money. I think she alludes to like expensive gifts, you know. So maybe, you know, our brother here, Bernard, cannot be able to meet her where she wants to. So best, I think you just walk away, or you understand the situation as is.
But
and if you
want to go on?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to that. And if you genuinely see like a future with this guy, hold him down for now. Let me tell you, when that nigga rises up, you're gonna be a queen.
Yeah, Bob the Bill, that's true.
Excuse me, am I missing something?
In the industry?
Excuse me, hello?
Construction.
Yes, Chambia.
So, if her love language is that, and she's not, and this guy is not giving her that, sindio? Pesa nini. Then why is she there? There's a reason why she's there. Sindio? As I said before, maybe Kidungi Natembezwa smart. Maybe she's getting something else. Yeah. But the money part, you know, people need to understand what language is. Language is something that you understand. Something that kuna venye msana kuongelesha. Sawa, either kuongeleshwa ama just some form of communication. So someone else will communicate, bro. So because high chances are anaweza kuja kucheat baadaye. So tuseme saa yako na yeye, and then someone else comes
with the gifts
and the love language, kila kitu, in fact plus more, in fact plus what she's getting from this guy. Bro, she'll fold. Unless Missy Jui, but sasa the thing is toka immediately, because that is how villains are made. Oh boys by there, maybe he may never even believe in love again. Maybe anaweza kuwa like, the last time I loved someone, she left me for someone who had money. You know? Like, bro, that's brother Bernard. Simumize hivyo. Watch it. Just go. Just leave him.
My question is, if your love language is money and you're not financially stable, you don't love yourself.
Makofi.
Word.
Again, I will say, a man of wisdom.
But yeah, I'll say this, First of all, I feel like the problem here starts from he's the firstborn of 5. So she's like, hey, when this salo comes, we're ready to kombogia watu watano. We're already 5 people sharing, so she doesn't know if, you know, angeprefer ingekuwa divide by 1, by 2, you know. But you have to also think about what type of a guy is he? Like we can clearly see that he's taken responsibility for his family. So is he taking responsibility for the family and you're not being neglected? If you're being neglected is one thing. If you're not, it's a whole different story. If he's doing his best, you know, Joe, he's doing the right thing, you know, and you know his character. You always know if this is someone who's going to grow, ama into akona plan, ama hana plan. Hey, kama hana, just bounce. Kama akona yo no, it's a solid plan. He has a good head on his shoulders. Just walk with him the journey, you know. Kutakona brighter days coming. But pia wewe put in you something.
Love yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Yes.
I really believe in giving the heart what it wants. So in this, So in this case, I really believe that if you're not getting what you need and want, there's a form of resentment that comes along the way. There's just a form of, you know, you're just there for being there. There's no intentionality. And in the long run, that is a waste of time.
Yeah.
You could have been somewhere else searching, and maybe you'll actually end up with somebody who can fit those boxes that you want to be ticked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm in between.
So my question now is like, why are you deciding now? You're already in the relationship, like before, or did he suddenly become financially unstable?
But you know, these are things that present themselves as you go along the relationship.
Yeah, it's possible.
They don't present themselves at the beginning. Because at the beginning, I think everything is all puppy love, so you're blinded to so many things. But as you get to know each other better and as different situations start to unfold, then certain things become more pronounced.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, it's always just like, yeah, we're just tunaenda tukienda. And then now when you get deep inside is when you realize, oh, so you mean the pocket was not as deep as you made it. There were other parties. There was wife number 3. Yeah.
But then to also side with Tony is there's this recent trend, especially on social media, where people feel the pressure of having your significant other spoil you with materialistic things and money, and you want to present that to the world, and your friends feeding your mind into, oh my God, he's not taking you, he's not paying for your trip to Dubai.
He should be your provider.
You know, exactly, he should be your provider, you know. It can't rain, come sunshine. But then, qua ground between different.
Yeah.
Vision is different. You know, if you want a sponsor, just say you want a sponsor. Yeah. You know, choose the lane. Because you never call you're on the wrong lane, darling.
That's right.
You're looking for love when you're supposed to be looking for the bag.
Yeah.
So decide which side you want to be on.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Next dilemma. Hey, my boyfriend has been unemployed for a long time, yet I am employed. This is causing a strain because I have to send him money for food, etc. Your girl wants a break and to enjoy baby girl lifestyle. Advice.
I would say sending him. First of all, she said for a long time, yo, my salary divided by 2. So basically, you're sending him pocket money. Then he can't kukula. You know, that's a basic need, like food.
So akopabaya.
I don't think he even needs to be in a relationship. I feel like sometimes, especially for men, you know, when you're low kabisa, I think you need to be alone so that you can generate.
Hi.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like as a man,
You endorse.
I feel like as a man, you're unemployed, your finances are not making sense at the time. You know, being in a relationship will just make you feel worse, my brother.
That's true.
It will make you feel worse. You need some time alone to build yourself back up, so that when you enter into a relationship, you're secure in yourself. Again, not a babe sending you money for food, pocket money.
Although, quick one, if the roles were reversed.
Oh.
Yeah, even I wouldn't be in a relationship if I'm broke.
But that's only because you're
But then I wouldn't
independent
mind
today.
it's because I'm independent today. Yes. But then if a man, okay, let me tell you, the problem with me is, this is how I'm a Pisces one, and how I perceive a relationship is, the man is a provider.
Okay.
For me in my life, a man is a provider. Not just financially, I mean even safety, security. You get, he provides support, that all that kind of thing, So, and it doesn't mean that he's providing financially 100%. That's not what I mean, that I want to be spoiled. So, if the roles were reversed, I don't think it would be that big of an issue for me. Like, I can be spoiled.
Okay, so personally, I feel like this chick, just go on, because like just keep on sending the food, the everything, the money, because so sasa ukiacha kusema, like you said, food is a basic
necessity.
Need, ndio? Sasa surely nikisikia njaa nikose ku achieve dreams zangu, babe, surely just send it. Just which camera should I need to have a confrontation angle with the audience. So guys, surely, babe, just do it. This guy might actually achieve his dreams. Maybe he's working on something, you know. You guys should actually watch a movie called Acrimony.
Yeah.
You've watched it? Acrimony itakushow your stuff yote najaribu kusema. Just believe in the guy's dream, man. It could take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years.
Or like Insecure.
Just keep on, like, you know, for us ni ngumu. Like men, we are born with zero value unless like your parents are good. They're nice. But men tunazaliwa with zero value. So wewe ndo unafaa kuipandisha. That's why you find like when guys are at 30, there's some kind of, you know, the kind of range. There's someone who's moved because I'm a go harder. Again, kapeke yako go hard on the other side. Kapeke yako go hard. But like for us, value yetu lazima tuipandishe. And sometimes maybe I work out too. Unajua? Maybe, come on dog, maybe to circumstances too. Siwezi blame by the unless ni mse umeona hawaka anakaa tu home ku chill. That's the problem. That's where the problem comes in. But if it's someone who fortnight exactly. Unaona kwani una relate?
Akona pesa ya PlayStation, akona pesa ya food. Let me ask you, he has money for a PlayStation but not for food?
No.
Anyway.
Yeah, so those are my...
Those are your maoni.
20 cents.
Wisdom.
I agree with Tony.
Is it because you're putting yourself in those shoes? Ama you genuinely agree?
Hey.
No, if you were to ever be in those shoes, for example.
Hey, me, I live.
Yeah.
Oh, you will?
Oh, wow.
So would it be like a, what is it, like a bruised ego if she were to support you financially? Would it, you know, damage or your masculinity?
No.
Or what would be the exact reasons for you to be like, I'm gone?
Not bruised ego. I feel like as a man, as I'm getting into a relationship, there's like there are things I want to do.
Yeah.
If I can't buy myself food, it means even those things I can't do. I can't do, you know? So I'd rather just figure my stuff out. And then, kama bado tutapendana hapo mbele ni sawa. Because I don't think you sending me now food, that's now... Unless ni once ile tu, maybe kitu ime happen, I was sick, I'm unemployed, you know. But when I'm unemployed for a long time, even you know, maybe this is someone who's unemployed na amekaa tu, he's good with being unemployed, you know. But maybe someone is unemployed because of, you know, some circumstances. Yeah. So just consider what the situation is and move accordingly.
Okay. Next dilemma. Hey, I've been with my man for 6 months and I love him and he genuinely respects and cherishes me and he loves me. Issue is I have had a lot of trauma in my life and I also am on antidepressants because of that. I'm afraid of sharing because when I did tell my ex, he said I was a burden. Should I tell my current?
I'll take that one. Tell him. The same way I said before, sema mapema tujue sahi. Because now, not telling him doesn't mean now you won't have your issues, you know?
They'll still be there regardless.
Yeah. And a relationship is still about communication. Just communicate what you have. And then we know, if we can do this together, let's do it. If you can't, Pia, just tell me right now. We cut it right now before we continue falling in love, investing time, and then you say, I regret the 4 years or something, you know, because his character now will be his character then. So if you tell him now, at least you'll know now. Yeah. And then you can start building from there. If not, you just heal and move on.
Yeah. And for further context to that, I think your mental health is a big thing for you, clearly.
Yeah.
If you're on antidepressants, it's a big thing. So if he's not aligned with your well-being in terms of your mental health, outside, please, jiheshimu in that sense, because you're only digging your hole deeper by doing so, by not doing so, rather.
And you also need to tell this person, because you need someone who's going to value your mental health as much as you value it. You know, someone who cares and feeds to your mental health to make sure that you're okay mentally. Than you not saying they won't care about it because I think you're okay. No, I think you should definitely tell them, because that's a big part of your life.
Okay.
Yeah, I would add on to say, you see, the way she told her ex akasema ni burden, unaona hiyo story ilisha, and she still found someone else to love, and they're in love, you know, which is a good thing. And a relationship also needs support, and you know, so just tell him so that the worst that will happen, yaseme pia we ni burden pia. And I want to say, like, you see the fact that they've been together 6 months, and clearly your mental issues has burden the relationship. It means like you also have yourself in check somehow. You know?
It also could be because
So,
she's keeping that aside.
Yeah, but yeah, if you, I hope, like, even if it's keeping aside, you know, but there's, you know, there are some issues, ile niseme ni burden, ile yenyewe, this one you can't even hide, or and there's no point of hiding. Will you hide forever? No. So just communicate.
Okay, they read my mind. Only to add, just like, ile siku anaweza lipuka, you know, if something goes wrong, maybe, and she, let's say, umse anze kumuona amego crazy or something, you know, even what I'm view. Maybe hiyo ndo type yake. So muonyeshe, just show him your
mute this man's mic.
Okay, haya.
Like he likes to play.
Maybe you know the guys who, okay, haya. Sawa, acha niachie hapo basi.
Maliza kile ulikuwa unataka kusema.
Yeah, like wamesema tu kilikuwa nasema, ni vile mimi nasema pia muonyeshe you're crazy, because labda that's if you've been
Stop saying it like that. Crazy.
Okay.
Or at least, or maybe, are you trying to say, show him also that side? Don't hide it.
Yeah, it's a part of you. Now maybe healing it. You don't need to maybe heal it. Really. Maybe you should just be that, like unafaa tu kuwa mse. Have you ever seen guys in a relationship na wako like, by the way, usisumbe demu wangu anakuanga crazy. But you know, no, like I'm just saying, I accept vile. You know, like personally hii ni yangu pia. So msiende huko nje kusema hiyo ni yangu. If I found someone na kona something and I love her the way she is, sina kuchukua tu hivyo. You know, and I'll always accommodate you in everything I do. Like kama upendi vitu zikikuwa hivi, kuna wase ni like, how can I put it? Nimesahau the word, but wacha niweke tu niseme ka clean freak.
Like OCD.
Kwa sababu na OCD. Ukikuja upate nimeka cup chini, ushout nini, someone else atakuwa like unakuanga aje. Mimi nitakuwa like I know ako hivyo. So everything's, ukikuja kwa nyumba utasikianga ziko in order. So una accommodate mse vile.
Sawa. All right, we get you now.
Just to finish, I'll say, like, for me personally, if I'm getting into a relationship, it should be a safe space. It should be a shoulder to lean on, because that's what I want for myself. So I expect to give the same in return. So tukienda down the line and then there's something that's big for you, and I feel like it was even hard for you to tell me, nitakuwa like, even me personally, kwani nilikuwaje akafeel as in show.
It's actually a big barrier to trust. Like, you really question whether you trust each other in that case.
Okay, all right. Just a follow-up. In our own, outside of even relationships and friendships, how do you guys, I'm looking for the word, maneuver through like mental health challenges with our friends and even with our partners? Are there things that each of us, you may be doing actively? Is it like a weekly check-in? Because you know how you can ask someone, how are you? And they're like, I'm fine. But really they are not, like they're really going through it. So maybe we can also just have a small conversation on when we say creating a safe space, what does that look like?
For me, creating for someone else, or me being the safe space to someone else. What
And
does it
vice
look like?
versa, yeah.
I think first of all, it starts by listening and just being open-minded. 1, listening. 2, no judging. 3, because if I'm meant to feel safe around you, whatever comes out of my mouth, I shouldn't feel like you're judging me.
Yeah.
And this even goes by the subtle body language where you're like, don't do that. You know, I can tell you something. Now you're like, what? You know, yeah, even those subtle things. So for me, there's that. And then in terms of how I check myself, daily meditation, and then also occasionally therapy. Yeah, that really helps a lot. Yeah.
Anybody else would like to share?
For me, this is one thing that I'm very active with my friends, is that I always, in the spirit of communication, I've always asked my friends to know their love language and communicate what their love language is. And what this does is allows for me to show up and to love in the friendship in their love language and not in my love language. Because you know it's very easy to do so a lot of the times because that's what you know. So it also allows for you to be very intentional in how you choose to love your friends and show up for your friends. With regard to wellness, there's a couple of things. I guess for me, breathing exercises really help. Just taking a moment to isolate and just breathe in, breathe out. I'm also doing therapy, taking a break from it, but I'm actively doing therapy. And then aside from that, I think also just fitness. Like fitness really helps. Like just going in and getting in a good gym session really helps. It goes a long way. Those endorphins release ideas. So yeah.
Waiduma?
Yes, I think it also goes down or comes down to the questions you ask them. You know, you ask them, how are you? It's easy to say, I'm fine. Also, that's how we are trained as children. How are you? Fine, thank you. And how are you? Yeah. So I think maybe you can ask questions like, you know, how's your head and heart doing? And then when they are speaking to you, you can ask them, do you want to, as I'm listening, do you want a solution? Do you want me to just listen? Do you want a sounding board? Because sometimes someone just wants to tell you, they don't want a solution. Maybe they have a solution in mind and they know what they're meant to do, but they just wanted to, you know, share whatever they have been carrying in their heads and hearts with you. So that's that. In terms of taking care of yourself, I think, as Teva said, movement and also breathing exercises, meditation. Go walk, touch the grass, go sit with your pet if you have a pet. It helps. Yeah. And yeah, even being able to talk to someone. Sandra said siblings cannot be friends. I'm here as a testimony to say your siblings can be your friends. So talk to your siblings.
That's true.
Okay, yes,
I can also
that's what I think.
Sawa. So let me just the thing is let me start with the now wellness part. There's a time I also, like, I was at a point where I used to have so much anxiety. Like, nilikuwa na feeling, si breathe. It's like, nilikuwa na feeling kind of deady. But anyway, the thing is, I also tried all that, like breathing, nini. Personally, haikunisaidia. But it could help you. It's relative. But Kenya mi nilifanya, someone told me that you should just sit down one day, like when you're feeling you're in one of those good moods. Kachini, think about everything that's disturbing you, like most of the things. Because you can't think of everything. Maybe you write down in then try ways of, because for me, like, your anxiety ilikuwa crazy. But the thing is, you're just scared of something that's not even happened. That's the whole thing. So, like, it's just like your body is trying the flight.
What you're describing is actually called anticipatory anxiety.
Yes, so that was mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
I got you.
Yeah, thanks, man. So that was mine.
Yeah.
Now, I've always, like, hiyo time nilikuwa natamani kuenda therapy. But where I realized therapy was so much, it was so expensive. But it's not like at the expensive. It's just that priorities zangu zilikuwa nitanunua njumu mpya ama nitaenda therapy. Nitakula KFC ama nitaenda therapy.
Love language ni money.
Nitapeleka manzi yangu movies ama nitaenda therapy. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Hiyo therapy inaweza tulia, inaweza kaa. So yeah. If there's anyone who offers like cheap therapy, free therapy or whatever,
Affordable
hit you up.
Yeah.
Because hiyo ni parts sensitive sana pia, you know. Hata siwezi joke sana. So.
Yeah.
For me, I have a group of like guys. We usually meet the first Sunday of every month.
Wow, like a chama?
Well, see,
Boys club.
but at
Men's
boys clubs,
conference.
but you know, so we just meet, we go for lunch, and then so it's gonna leading questions, and it's always like the same questions all through.
Is there an application form?
How do we join?
Yeah, and then we've kept the circle. It's like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type of thing. So whatever you say here stays here.
Yeah.
And it's been we actually just finished 2 years in March.
Wow.
Every first Sunday.
And it's boys.
Yeah, and it's just boys. And
Boys.
we're only 6.
I
Yeah.
love that.
We're only 6, so the same circle for the 2 years. And then another thing I'd say, apart from personally, now when it comes to your friends and relationships, it's also about communication. It's also about like learning what your friend needs. You know, like I have friends. Sometimes like talking about it is usually the hard thing about any mental health struggle or anything. So we have code words, man. So today I'm calling you, you're not picking Nini, you text me pineapples. I know, this guy today is not that day. I ask you, do you want to talk about it? Nah, I don't really. But you just know if it's this guy, tutaenda depression kikikin to ban kimoja, au mwingine tutaenda to drive to tuongee nini, you know, mwingine anataka tu space.
So wholesome. I guess we want to join.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, asking for a friend.
Disclaimer.
Okay, so we're just about to, we're wrapping up. I'm trying to see which ones we've done. Okay, the last one, yeah. It's long. You know when you're growing up and looking up to family members as role models, then you're grown and reality of adulting shocks you. The lies, the pretense, I see. Greed for money is crazy. Well, I'm 20 years and I've been going through so much and I don't know where to start. So my parents are divorced. My dad issued it, but he won't let us be, me and my mom. When he found out property needs to be split, he decided to transfer all the properties he could to the other women whom he just met then, now his current wife. He chased my mother from our house. They were building a retirement home, but lo and behold, he lied to the woman he built it for her. He paints such a bad image of my mom. I remember I was so bitter, for I thought she had just left us like that. But when I personally went looking for her, the threats he sent, because he fully supports me financially, he threatened to stop. My mom can't afford that because she lost everything. They were literally working together. My dilemma is, I know every lie he said and I'm tired of pretending that he is the most perfect person, and I sometimes want to confront him, but I don't know where to start. I can't open up to anyone in my family because I noticed they love money, so they will just take his side. Even my own grandmother, my mom's mom, told her she should go back to her house, and even though he cheats, as long as he has money, he's still her husband. Yani people in this family are so scared of calling him out because he is influential and has the so-called money. He can treat people like trash, keeps ensuring my mom suffers instead of concentrating on his own life. Can you imagine my grandmother kicked out her own child because she left her matrimonial home? Is blood really thicker than water? I thought therapy is what I needed, which is true, but the moment I mentioned it, the lecture I got about wastage of money. I've been reaching out for help because I carry very heavy secrets of this family, no one to talk to, but since I'm merely 20 years, I can't afford therapy, and seeking for help is useless because no one listens. I'm tired. I try smiling through the pain, but it is becoming overwhelming.
Wow. This is
Emotional.
That's hard.
Aya, sawa. It's a guy ama a chick?
A babe.
It's a babe.
It's a babe.
Yeah.
So, okay. I would love to finish with mine, but
Okay.
anyway, wacha tu niseme sahi. Ako 20, right?
Yeah.
Also in 20 mimi nakumbuka kuna vitu nilikuwa napitia. The hers is heavy though.
Yeah.
So the thing is, she could continue getting funded, because at the end of the day ukitoka hapo, hiyo pesa like you'll need it, like utateseka more.
Yeah.
But the thing is, unakumbuka nikisema sometimes you just need that tunnel vision. Work on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, in as much as you're still thinking about it, I remember there's a time I channeled the dark thoughts and the dark things to like to fuel my own things. Like I use it at, it's dark fuel, itarudi vibaya, but at the same time uta move further. Like this is someone who could even move out to her own house maybe later on, apate a better job, mama kaingie. That's futuristic. So she could be the one to save the mom and all that, because clearly amesema wasema msikii. Like amesema huku because of the money, and that's why nilikuwa nawaambia guys, work hard so that ifike point, you know, like ifike point pesa msee asikuje kukunyanyasa just because akona more money, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I meant by saying go hard like kwa vitu zako, because trust me, guys with money can do it.
They
like,
hold it over your head.
Yeah, because that's what runs the world apparently, man. Like, so that's all I could say. I channel to the dark energy into something, if she can. Other than that, not facing it.
I totally agree with Kibs. Like, you've already seen how you putting up a fight, you're just gonna lose either way, you know. And you're just 20 years old. I will want you to suffer more than what you're already going through. So as he said, like, just stay focused. You know, the only reason why I'm here with this man is because I want him to pay that school fees. Because remember, education is key. Let nobody lie to you. They do masomo, and then you figure out your own things after that. But then, first, let him be able to finish his parental duties. And then, in that period and whatever, just let it just go through one end. Out to the other. It's hard, it might not even be practical, but then just stay focused on the reason why you're there. The reason why you're there is to be able to at least even be able to save your mom from it eventually, and then also if you really want therapy, I believe there are some places that offer free therapy sessions and services, so definitely I'd recommend you look into that. Then that can also keep you motivated and keep you afloat as you walk through that journey that you're going through. But my heart goes out to you, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, or you got this.
Who else wants to kick in? I feel like now the mood has become so somber. I can't imagine the weight that she carries every day, and only at 20 years old.
Yeah,
so
I think I agree with what everyone, well, Sandra and Tony have said. Yeah, I think she's at a point where life is unfair sometimes, which is very unfortunate, you know, because she's in a place where she kind of wants to do something about it, but she really can't. So even me, if I was in her shoes, I'd just, you know, work on myself in the meantime, like find ways of channeling your feelings, your emotions, somehow to cope with the situation. At the same time, you're trying to build your life and building a good relationship even with your mom, because it sounds like it's a bit strained because of the dad not allowing them to be together. But find ways of, you know, building that relationship with your mom. And then hopefully, if all goes well, you know, you might get like stupid money, build your mom a crib, you know, like give her the life that she wants, or you might want your mom to have. And then even if things get better, you get that fuck you money, you know, and then you go back and you say everything that you want to say. Umesema hata wakisema tunakucut off, ni sawa, niko sawa, me and my mom we're good. We don't need you anymore. But that's an unfortunate situation. I'm really sorry that you're going through that. But yeah, find channels of communicating and, you know,
we send you our best and wishes and love.
I hope everything works out in her favor.
This is a light-hearted one. She says, hi, I'm seeing a married man, super nice. I really want to let him go, but I enjoy his company and what he offers. I know it's such a bad thing, but I'm enjoying it a bit too much.
Very nice, very nice.
What's the dilemma?
I've remembered where she said, I want to let him go. Then remember that emoji song, go let him go.
Sandra, please.
That's why they dissed you. Because what?
I don't know what the dilemma is.
No, the dilemma is
whether she
He's
should...
married.
Oh, he's married.
married.
But she said super nice.
So
The problem is
It's
he's
not
married.
me. It's her who says this.
no, like so that's not a dilemma. Like a married man.
You see, my challenge is reading it out. She doesn't look like it is a dilemma to her personally.
Okay, here's the dilemma.
Okay.
She's afraid. She's scared of. She's not scared, but the end. What's the end goal? She'll be either the second wife or like the stepmom to his kids.
I
Wait,
think you
let's
even thought.
just
I think she's just.
read the
I
whatever
reread
again.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
She says, I am seeing a married man, super nice. I really want to let him go, but I enjoy his company and what he offers. I know it's such a bad thing, but I'm enjoying it a bit too much.
The
He's
issue
married.
is that he's married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does she expect us to tell her? Just go, leave him.
He's married and he's offering things that
She
she's
likes.
actually liking.
enjoying,
You know,
yeah.
the only problem there is what? He got a ring, man. I mean, let me tell you, dealing with married people is dangerous. Guys, Langata women, go listen to those stories.
Yeah.
You will be surprised. I don't know, but if that's your thing, girl, if you rock with it, I don't know. But I'd say, I just leave. He's not the only man, come on.
Shape up.
There's a lot of fish in the sea.
There's so many men out here. Yeah, so like you can get someone. But anyway, let me do some talk or so Jibambi.
Guys.
Yeah.
But also think about
But
it.
Ebu, imagine, even if he's your soulmate, and then eventually you get married, what stops him from doing the same
From
thing?
doing
to
the
you?
same
Are you
thing.
going to be
Yeah.
settled knowing this is how you became?
You chose your battle, you might as well lie. Oh, how you get them is how you?
How you lose them.
As long as it's not my dad. Do you go?
What a way to end it.
Oh, that's the one. Do you?
Okay. All right. Anyone who wants to add something or we close it out?
Be safe though.
Take care. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Asking for a Friend. We hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a comment down below, like this video, and join the family, and tell us who next you'd like to see on Asking for a Friend. That's it from us, and we'll see you in the next time. Bye.